And a very good evening to you. Welcome back to UC Health Park. I'm Tyler Peterson. Great to be back with you after a few days while I was gone. We had the illustrious Dean McKissick who took over for me. And Dean, who before this was a complete stranger to the broadcast booth, he did a great job. So it is a really nice night to be back at the ballpark. It's a Friday night fireworks night. We are in our really cool baby blues. We are hoping for some good baseball. It's Owlz and the Vibes. And if you can believe it, game 86 of our season. Just 8 more tonight after tonight. The Vibes at 20-19. They are on a mini 1-game winning streak after that franchise-high 6-game winning streak last week. They did all they could to keep it close in the South, to keep Grand Junction from ultimately clinching. It happened last night, though, in a 2-0 defeat of the Boise Hawks. Grand Junction won the second half, so they will go to the playoffs to face the Ogden Raptors. The Vibes, with those 6 wins recently in a row, they got themselves back up to 500 under Joe Mikulik. The team is now 31-31 overall. They are 35-50. So looking to finish the season strong. Hey, maybe get to 40 wins by the end of the season. That would certainly be a good way to end it, I'd have to say. Tonight it'll be Chris Allen on the hill, making his 4th Vibes start. Of course, we've seen Chris more out of a bullpen role. He'll be opposed by Preston Snavely, who's had the Vibes number this year for sure for the Owls. He is 3-3, a 5.79 ERA. We'll have Vibes in first pitch in just a little bit, but we invite you to stick around here on Vibes TV. Wait through the break. We'll have the start of our game in just a little bit. Welcome back to UC Health Park. Tyler Peterson with you. Glad you can join us tonight for last 10 games of the season. And the second to last game between the Owls and the Vibes. The two shortstops, both number 7, Kevin Higgins and Joe Encarnacion, they're going to bring the lineup cards out tonight. This is how those lineup cards look. First for Robbie Bales, Northern Colorado Owls. Speedy Cameron Feltz is in center. He'll lead it off. Abdel Guadalupe in right. He'll bat second. Tim Bouchard will play third and bat third. Brandon Crosby will be at second. He'll clean up. Dakota Popham at first, the first baseman. Alex Jackson in left field. He will bat sixth. Ronnie Allen, the DH. He'll bat seventh. Kevin Higgins, the shortstop, batting eighth. And Robbie Kellerman, the catcher, he will bat ninth, with Preston Snavely on the mound. I don't think I've seen Alex Jackson bat so far down the lineup this year. Usually he's either leading it off or batting second, but it's Feltz who leads off today. For Joe Mikulic's Vibes, it'll be Gio Diaz in right field. Cesar Lopez in left, batting second. Ethan Lopez at third, batting third. Ulysses Cantu, 1 RBI away from setting a new Vibes single-season record. He's at 70, tied with Jacob Barfield. He will clean up. Luis Navarro, the first baseman. He will bat fifth. Mike Anone, the DH, will bat sixth. He'll be the DH. Andrew Hansen in center field will bat seventh. Josh Glenn behind the plate. He will catch. And Joe Encarnacion, the shortstop, will bat ninth, with Chris Allen on the mound. Well, as we said before, the Vibes really gave it a valiant effort here at the end, but just were not able to catch Grand Junction. So with 9 games remaining, the Vibes are 9 games back. Technically, they can still tie for a first-place spot in the division, but due to tiebreaker settings, I haven't dug into the calculus. I have not got the abacus out yet, but from what I understand, the tiebreaker of best record within division, should the Vibes win the next 7 and the Rockies drop the next 7, the Rockies will still have a better record against divisional opponents. So with that case, then the Rockies will advance even if these two teams were to tie in first place in the South, which is still a possibility, a remote possibility, but hey, it's still out there. The Vibes have been hot. Won 7 of their last 10. 35 wins on the season, which already eclipses the old record of 32 back in 2019. Of course, that's a 76-game season. But as Joe Mikulic very proudly pointed out today before this game, 31 wins under his helm. So he just needs one more win under his belt to get the team record all on his own, and he'll only have done it in 62 games. Final game tomorrow of the homestand, and then the final series of the year with the Grand Junction Rockies. 4 in Grand Junction, with 1 game to make up a game we lost earlier due to rain. And then 3 at home, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Final 3 against the Rockies, before we say goodbye to the 2022 season. So we hope you come out to one of those games beforehand. I'll send it down to Cliff Cage. He'll have introductions tonight, as he always does, for the Vibes lineup.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to UC Health Park. It's game time! Let's meet your Rocky Mount Vibes starting lineup. Number 16, right field, Gio Diaz. Number 19, left field, Cesar Lopez. Number 14, third base, Ethan Lopez. Number 28, second base, Ulysses Cantu. Number 41, first base, Luis Navarro. Number 27, your designated hitter, Mike Unknown. Number 18, center field, Andrew Hansen. Number 44, catcher, Josh Glenn. Number 7, shortstop, Joe Encarnacion. Your starting pitcher, number 12, Chris Allen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 Rocky Mountain Vibes.
Thank you very much, Cliff. Now it's time for tonight's rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. Singing will be Lexi Remy. So we'll send it back down to the field for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
A fantastic national anthem here on a Saturday night. Chris Allen has been with these vibes since the 21st of June and is now the 2nd of September. He will make his 4th start of the season. He's been used sort of as a spot starter. Lefty 6'4", 200 from San Rafael, California. Drafted by the Cubs. Played for Glacier this year. Took a record of 1-1 with Glacier. No record with the Vibes. A 9.01 ERA with the Vibes. To get his first Colorado Springs win tonight. But before we can get started, what do we need to hear?
Play ball!
Now we're ready to go. Allen's 3 starts have come on July the 7th, August the 13th, and August the 28th. The first 2 were good. The last one was bad. I'll leave it at that. The defense behind Allen tonight, it's Cesar Lopez in left, Andrew Hansen in center, Gio Diaz in right. Ethan Lopez at third, Joe Encarnacion at short, Ulysses Cantu at second, and Luis Navarro at first. Josh Glenn is behind the plate. Allen on the mound. Your umpires for tonight, Cameron Monaco calling balls and strikes, Joshua Garcia at first, Dan Muth at third. Dan Muth was behind the plate last night. So we'll probably see Garcia tomorrow. Cameron Feltz, 292. 7 home runs, 47 RBI. He'll lead it off for the Owls in the top of the first. 47 steals as well for Feltz. First pitch of the game is looked at for a called strike one at 6:37 p.m. It's actually a nice, quite cool 82 degrees. It was a bit of a scorcher earlier today. 93 it got up in the Springs. Haven't seen that kind of heat for a few months. Strike two to Cameron Feltz. Cameron Feltz was ejected last night after the game by then home plate umpire Dan Muth. Feltz did not like the final strike called on him. That's high. Feltz a switch hitter, 5'8", 170. That's outside, doesn't curl back into the zone. He does lead the league in steals with 47. Ben McConnell was close at one point, but he's got 7 more than McConnell now. That's strike 3 called. And again, Feltz with some issues on the called third strike. So this game begins exactly how yesterday's finished. A big breaking ball from Chris Allen, a pretty good frame from Josh Glenn. I don't have the TrackMan with me in my booth. Feltz might have a bit of an argument there. Here's Abdel Guadalupe. First pitch high. Strike 2. And Chris Allen's thrown 9 pitches, and no one yet has swung the bat once. Make that 10 pitches. Don't think we saw a swing in the Feltz at bat. You'd think I'd be able to remember one batter ago. Foul back. Again, I want to say a big thank you to Dean McKissick, who took over while I was on assignment for 3 games in the last 10 days or so. Guadalupe into the outfield. Lopez, Encarnacion, Hansen, who's going to call it? Hansen just barely does make the catch. Guadalupe almost had a thang there. Boy, Hansen, he was sort of bailing out when he made that catch as well. He did not want to run into Joe. And so he actually made an outstretched catch, almost overrunning it. 2 outs, though. Here's Tim Bouchard. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Bouchard's batting .364 with 10 home runs and 43 RBI. 10 home runs is second on the team behind Alex Jackson with 11. The 0-2 is high. 2 quick outs for Chris Allen in the first. Just got our game started. And that's a swing and a miss. Allen strikes out 2. It's 3 up, 3 down for the Owls. And we head to the bottom of the first. No score on Vibes TV. bottom of inning number 1 here on Vibes TV. Welcome back to the game. I'm Tyler Peterson. Gio Diaz, strangely batting under 400 for only the 3rd time this season. He's at 395, a home run, and 40 RBI. First pitch from Preston Snavely, a strike. Snavely is 3-3 with a 5.79 ERA. Does not have a decision against the Vibes this year, but has pitched well against them. He's made 4 starts against Rocky Mountain. The most runs he's allowed in any single start was 4. 1 earned run in his first start, 1 earned run in his second, and only 2 in the 4th start. Strike 2 to Diaz. His defense is Jackson in left, Phelps in center, Guadalupe in right, Bouchard at third, Higgins at short, Crosby at second, Popham at first, Kellerman one half of the battery, with Snavely the second half. Diaz a fillet down the right field line and out of play. Line drive, past Popham. Crosby, can he make a play? He will not. That's a base hit for Gio Diaz. His 139th hit of the season. That's second in the Pioneer League, but it's 10 behind Nico Popa, who's now set a new record. He's got 149. Now, Popa's played 4 more games than Diaz has to this point, but it's not necessarily why he's ahead. First pitch ball to Cesar Lopez. We're expecting some guests today throughout the game. So we're hoping for some good discussions throughout our ball game. Fouled back. Hoping to have the parents of Mike Anone in the 3rd inning today for our celebrity 3rd. And hoping to hear from Owlz assistant GM Harrison Shapiro, who is attending the ball game tonight, and our own assistant GM Aaron Griffith. Ground ball. Crosby. He'll make the play to first, and there's 1 away. The second is Diaz. And that'll give Ethan Lopez a chance to bat with a runner in scoring position. Ethan Lopez, again, only 56 games for him. But he's batting .351, 9 home runs, and 43 RBI. About as consistent as anyone has been on this offense all year. Looks at a first pitch breaking ball inside. 1-0. Ulysses Cantu on deck. Strike to Lopez. They're not playing Diaz terribly close. Crosby is trying to give him the assumption that he is close, but he's not. Lopez looks at a ball low. Tomorrow is Colorado Avalanche night. We're celebrating the Stanley Cup champions. I'm told we'll have some special appearances. I don't know exactly what that will entail. But if you're still in the Springs for Labor Day weekend, come on out to a ball game. Four more games after tonight. That's it. A Saturday tomorrow, and then a Thursday, Friday, Saturday next week. And then September 10th, and we'll end the Vibes season. And a couple different ways you can evaluate this season. If you're just looking at wins, then it's the most successful season the Vibes have ever had. They're looking to finish in second place in this second half. And third place overall in the South. Here's Cantu. Looking to break the RBI record. He just needs to bring one more in. One away, runners at first and second. Ground ball. Crosby, it's off his glove. That's going to be a base hit and an RBI. Ulysses Cantu, a new record. Congratulations to Ulysses Cantu. 71. And he gets it in the first.
First baseman, number 41, Navarro.
1-0 Vibes. And now men at first and third. First pitch to Navarro is outside. So some history set tonight for Ulysses Cantu. And we've had history broken all this week, all last week. We saw Diaz with runs, Hansen with stolen bases, Navarro with walks. He has 44 walks. And he's only started 50 games. I mean, that's almost a walk a game. About 80% of his games have a walk, I guess we could say. There's a strike. And now, one more of Jacob Barfield's records from last year has been eclipsed. That's high for ball 2. Navarro, an outstanding first professional season. 376, 5 home runs, 35 RBI. Down low. There's that good eye from Navarro. At third is Ethan Lopez, who walked. At first is Cantu, who singled. There goes the runner. It's hit into center field. That's a base hit. Feltz comes up throwing back to second. Safe is Cantu. Back-to-back RBI singles for the Vibes. It's 2-0 Rocky Mountain. Navarro. He brings in his 36th man. And now here's Mike Unknown. The parents in attendance. He hit a home run last night. His first home run at UC Health Park this year. He's got 3. He's got 2 in the last week. He hit one up at the Nelson Farm Ballparks up in Johnstown, where the Owls are calling a very temporary home. A 0-1 to a known. To left center. Back is Jackson. He'll run it down. 2 away for Andrew Hansen.
Center fielder, number 18, Andrew Hansen.
Vibes have scored twice. Chance to add on, but Hansen is going to need a 2-out hit. To strike 1. Well-positioned pitch from Snavely. 24 pitches for Preston Snavely in this first. It's outside. Brandon Crosby, I think if he wasn't taking those steps to hold Diaz close on the Cantu single, takes a few steps, then he runs back to his position on the pitch by Snavely, he probably would have been in position to field that Cantu grounder. He almost got there. In fact, he got part of the glove on it, but just could not make the play on the dive. 1-2. To center again, Feltz. He will not get there. 1 run scores. Here comes Luis Navarro. He's safe. Andrew Hansen, a 2-run double. It was a really good relay from Feltz to Higgins, and Navarro, who was chugging around third, just did get in.
Catcher, number 44, Josh Glenn.
So it's a 4-run first for the Vibes. And this is the most damage they've done against Preston Snavely all year. Here's Josh Glenn. There goes Hansen. He'll swipe third easily. His 23rd steal. You got a great jump at Snavely, who gave 1 look but did not give a second. Glenn looks at strike 1. Josh Glenn, who we could say now established as the backup catcher on this team, 256, 2 home runs, 17 RBI. It was a basically full-on battle between the two at the start of the season, or at least the restart of the season, of who was going to be the everyday catcher, and Luis Navarro with the bat, with the toughness behind the plate. He won that job. Two and two to Glenn. Ground ball. Higgins gets a big hop, stays with the play in time. The inning is over. It's 4 runs for the Vibes on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on base. So we head to the second inning. Rocky Mountain, a 4 spot here in the first. You're watching Vibes TV. Good start for the Vibes in the first. They lead 4-0. RBI singles by Ulysses Cantu and Luis Navarro. A 2-run double by Andrew Hansen. It'll be Brandon Crosby leading it off for the Owls now after a 1-2-3 first by Chris Allen. Crosby batting .296, 9 home runs, 55 driven in. Ground ball to Lopez. It's a high throw, and it's over Crosby. He's got to get back to the bag, and that's a straight error. Crosby did well to get back to the bag because any little movement, that'll count as going to second. I'll bring up Dakota Popham. And away for ball 1. Popham has not been an Owl for as long as the rest of the team. He only has 1 home run, 11 RBI. He hits this a long way down the left field line. Is it fair? It just is. Lopez can't pick it up out of the corner cleanly. They're sending Crosby home, and he'll score. Popham, an RBI double. It's 4-1. Be an unearned run for Chris Allen. And now here's Alex Jackson. First pitch strike to Jackson. Usual leadoff man. 272, 11 home runs, 44 RBI. Ground ball off the foot. That was a slow breaking ball. I don't know if our radar gun gave it due process there, but it came in at 62. Which is still faster than I could throw what I would call my fastball. High for ball 1. Breaking ball swung on a missed. 3 strikeouts for Allen now. 1 away in the second. So we had a few guys return to the Monclova Academy recently. Brandon Perez, who in some ways is Mr. Vibe. He's been on the team for the last 2 years up until this week. He went back to the Monclova system to get ready for Monclova winter ball, is what I was told. Eder Rosales returned to Monclova as well, as did Jorge Leo. Ronnie Allen at the plate. 2 home runs for Allen since joining the Owls out of the Pioneer League tryout camp draft. Swing and a miss. 81 from Allen that time. 1-2. High and outside. The man at second is Popham, who had the RBI double. Slight shift for Allen toward the left side of the field. High and away again, a full count. Full count to Ronnie Allen. The payoff from Allen. Breaking ball, strike 3 called. Now that one was better than the called strike 3 on Feltz. That one, I think, did indeed nab the corner of the plate. Base hit to right for Higgins. Diaz firing home. It's cut off at first. So the Owls are not done yet in this inning. They cut this lead in half. It's 4-2. And with 2 outs, that's another unearned run for Chris Allen. First pitch to Kellerman, a called strike. Robbie Kellerman has split time with Marshall Rich behind the plate for the Owls. He's batting .230, 3 home runs, and 23 driven in. Kellerman hits this out of play. Two away in the inning. 2 runs in for the Owls. Allen looking for a put-away pitch. That's swung on and missed, and he's got the put-away pitch. He strikes out the side. 5 strikeouts for Chris Allen. And the inning is over. With 2 runs on 2 hits and error, a man left on base. Make this a 4-2 lead for the Vibes as we head to the bottom of the second on Vibes TV. Bottom of the second for the Vibes. A 4-2 ball game. First pitch from Snavely to Encarnacion. Ball. Encarnacion batting .265, 3 home runs, and 19 RBI. Ball 2. The pitch clock is back, which we love to see. Although the Vibes not playing under the pitch clock was pretty good for them. Felt's coming in on this, making the catch. When Ogden came to town, Ogden had the option from the league to turn off the pitch clock because they had never played under it this season. And the Vibes promptly went 5-1 against the Raptors. Won their first ever season series. At least in this new Pioneer League. I didn't have the records from 2019. Here's Diaz, who led the game off for the Vibes with a single. That's to right field, and for the second time today, a single to right. That's just what that guy does. How about 140 hits for Gio Diaz this season? I'll bring up Cesar Lopez. I want to say hello to the 38 folks currently with us on this Saturday evening, or excuse me, Friday evening. Getting ahead of myself. The finale tomorrow, 6:05 on a Saturday. Excuse me, 6:30 on a Saturday. Usually our finales are at 5:05, but no Sunday game. Vibes will travel to Grand Junction on Sunday and then play the Rockies for 4 games in 3 days. Return here next Thursday for the final 3 games of the season. The 2-0, ground ball to Crosby, to Higgins for 1, on to first, a double play. 4-6-3, that ends the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We head to the third, a 2-run ball game. Vibes lead 4-2 on Vibes TV.
Silas, what's your name, dude?
Kidman.
All right, so how the game works, when I say go, you guys got 20 seconds to see how many marshmallows you can toss in this bucket. And at the end, good job, dude. At the end, we'll find out who is the winner, all right? You ready, dude? You ready, dude? You guys got a little helper here, too. All right, let's cheer him on in 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Keep it going, buddy. Oh, there we go. Keep it going, dude. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. Good job, buddy. Let's find out who's the winner. We got 3, and we got 5 of them. Good job, buddy. You are the winner. Good job, man. We're going to get you hooked up with a prize, buddy. Good job. All right. Let's go, Vibes.
This is great, man. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you. I'm speaking with Mike Anone Sr. Welcome back to the top of the third on Vibes TV. It's Vibes and Owls. Mike, thank you so much for coming up to the broadcast booth.
Yes, sir, man. Tyler, this is a treat, man. We watch the games every night. We never miss. Love listening to you, the commentary. It's just fantastic. Fantastic thing here.
Well, I know Mike's been here for 2 years. Were you able to come out to Colorado Springs last year, or this is your first time?
This is our first time. Last year was another big year for us. Our daughter, Maria Rose, got married to her husband, Nathan.
Perfect.
Served our military in the United States Navy. And so we were, we were planning for the wedding. My wife did a fantastic job. Her and her sister just put everything together, and so we watched all the games, but we just didn't have the opportunity to get out here.
Well, now that you're here, now that you've seen it, I'm sure you've grown up a baseball fan and been to a lot of parks. How do you like it out here?
Oh my gosh, it's got to be one of the sweetest parks I've been in. The grass is manicured, cut beautiful. You could see I get here early the last two because I love getting to ballparks here early.
Yeah.
And the crew, the work attitude to get this field and keep it like this pristine condition. It's just a manicured field, and these players are very lucky. Because I saw a couple fields out there watching TV out there. This by far got to be the best field.
Well, that's our head groundskeeper, Colin Tazinski, and his staff with doing a great job every day. We're going to get some patterns. I don't know if you can tell just slightly, but the startings of 719 in the outfield and center field, which, of course, is the local area code for Colorado Proud Day, which is coming up soon.
Okay.
The Colorado flag and the springs behind home plate.
Yes, that was new, right?
Yep.
That was new last night, I think.
That is new. Yep.
Yes, they were talking about that.
So I got to say, I'm not a dad. I hope to be one someday. But as a dad, you come to the ball game, and Mike Jr. hits a home run when you're here. How cool was that last night?
I'll tell you something, Tyler. My wife and I, man, we had tears of joy when he was running that base through the bases. It was just an amazing thing that he was one hit away, a triple from the cycle. I mean, his offensive performance last night was stellar, probably the best this year, I would think, even though he had some clutch moments for the team. A great team, nice players. I mean, it's just amazing. Michael loves his team. The team, he just bonded with these players, and they got their draft tonight for mock football league.
Oh.
Yeah. So
got to get the fantasy football in.
Got to get that fantasy football in. As long as he's got our team ready as well back in Delaware.
This is hit to left. Lopez going back, fighting the wind, making the catch. A quick 3-up, 3-down inning for Chris Allen. Mike, stick around after the break with me for bottom of the third.
Yes, sir.
All
absolutely.
Right. Mike Annone in the booth. Mike Annone due up fourth in the next inning here on Vibes TV.
What movie is that? Any guesses? Help her out, Five Fans. She needs some help.
Frozen!
She said, Frozen! Let's see if she is correct. There we go. Good job. These Vibe fans helped you out on that one. Good job. We'll get you hooked up with the prize, all right? Enjoy the rest of the game, girl. All right, we got more baseball. Let's go, Vibes.
there's a different use for. Bottom of the third. Welcome back to Vibes TV. Ethan Lopez, Ulysses Cantu, Luis Navarro, and then due up fourth, Mike Unknown, with Mike Unknown Sr. in the booth with me.
Good place to be, Tyler.
We're glad to have you here. I know you're here. I know Mike's mom is here. Well, I see the jersey in the crowd.
Oh,
right
yeah,
in the
that
first row.
Yep.
Now,
proud mama there.
tell me about Mike growing up. A baseball guy only, or would he play all the sports?
Oh, it was cool. He played basketball and football. His senior year, he was quarterback. His twin sister Maria Rose was cheerleading, and it was proud moments for we. I mean, it was just a sports. We're a sports family.
Mm-hmm.
My wife's father was a head coach of a very powerful high school football team back in the day, Brandywine Bulldogs. So it runs deep. Sports run deep in our area. It's a great attitude for sports in Brandywine Hunter.
Now, in Delaware, is it more, we're talking about like Ravens, Orioles fans? Are we DC?
Phillies.
Really?
Phillies. Sussex County, you get your Orioles fans, Ravens. We got a lot of Steeler fans.
Mm-hmm.
We have 3 counties in Delaware. It's probably hard for people to believe. Newcastle, Kent, and Sussex.
Uh-huh.
And so Newcastle County, there's a lot of different rooting going on for all the teams, but primarily Phillies, Eagles, Flyers, Sixers.
All right.
Yes.
Well, we had Sabrina, who was our promotions director, start of the year. She was from Philadelphia, a big Phillies fan. So we've been talking Phillies sports in this booth a few times this year. And the Phillies right now, that's a hot team right now, Mike.
Yes, it is. It's everybody's counting them out, in this wild card wherever they wind up playing. But I'll tell you what, if they get a spark, and like anything can happen. Baseball, anything can happen on the field of play. You got to play the game, and the Phillies are capable of winning whoever they play in the wild card series.
Now, we all grew up as little kids. Maybe you did as well, and I'm sure Mike did as well, where, we want to be professional athletes, astronauts, whatever it is. But when did you know as a family that Mike was going to be a professional baseball player? At what point? High school, college?
Single digit.
Yeah?
Single digit. He I'm a big Yankees fan.
Uh-huh.
Phillies for the National American Yankees.
I see.
And, he loved Jeter growing up. He wore his jersey. And he always wanted to play professional ball. When he went to college, he got a chance to pronounce that and announce that, I should say. And here he is in this beautiful organization on this beautiful field playing baseball.
There goes Lopez. It's strike 3. The throw down is in time. 2 away on the strike him out, throw him out double play, and that puts a wrench in my plans to try to have Mike bat with you here. He is currently on deck, so we need to get Navarro.
Yeah, he's been hot, solid player, no doubt. He's going to make it happen.
Strikeout for Cantu looking the throw. Caught stealing 2-4.
I just love watching him catch. He's just unbelievable.
Those catchers are tough, man. Luis took a ball in an uncomfortable spot the other day, and he went down. It took him about a couple minutes to get back up, and then he sort of brushed everyone off and got back down there. And I'm thinking, geez, I would be doing somersaults right now.
Tough man. We were there, saw it. It was heard it actually.
1-1 to Navarro, who singled in the first, had an RBI single. Tyler Peterson and Mike Unknown Sr. with you in this bottom of the third. Called strike to Navarro, strike 2.
Hang in there, man. Hang in there.
Snavely from the windup. Way outside for ball 2. So Mike's had a lot of stops on his professional journey. But he's sort of found a home here in Colorado Springs. What's it been like for you from your perspective?
You said it the right way. He found a home. He's been on 9 teams. He gears his life to play baseball. He'll play baseball till the cows come home. And I'll tell you something right now. He finally found a home in an organization, and it's just been a great fit for him. Get through.
Ground ball.
There it is. You got your wish, Tyler. There you go.
We're going to get some good TV here now. So 2 outs for Mike Annone. Navarro at first after his second base hit. And that's some good hitting on 3-2.
Come on, Mike. Here we go.
Annone flied to left field in the first. First pitch from Snavely. Annone
There it is, down low.
takes low. Now, what kind of baseball dad were you growing up at the Little League? Were you a strong silent type? Could everyone hear you?
Well, fortunate. I was a coach, manager. We took the 2006 team to the regionals. Name is Little League. The 2003 team was the first team from Delaware to represent Delaware in Williamsport. That was a heck of a team.
Wow.
And always involved with baseball. I still coach to this day. Come on, Mike.
1-1.
Oh, nice. Yeah, come on, Mike.
To left.
Drop.
Will it get down?
What a catch.
Oh, what an outstanding catch from Jackson.
What a catch, man. Hey, you got to tip your hat on that one. Look at Mike. He's going like, is this unreal? Is this unbelievable?
Let's watch that catch one more time.
Yeah. Oh, what a catch.
Wow, Jackson went all out. Probably saved what could have been in triple that Mike would have needed last night there.
Yeah, he's putting the bat on the ball, and that's good. That's a good thing.
The inning ends after no runs, a hit, no errors, a man left on base. Mike, I can't thank you enough for stopping by.
Tyler, thank you for this wonderful opportunity. I appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Best of luck to you. And are you here tomorrow as well?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Well, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Safe travels back home.
Can I give a little shout-out for the family?
Please do.
Hey, everybody's watching you. We love you. Thank you for your support. God bless America.
All right. Thanks.
The vibes.
I turned your mic off. You can say that one more time if you like.
God bless America, and especially the vibes.
All right, there you go, Mike. Thank you so much. We'll head to the fourth. It's 4-2 Rocky Mountain. Welcome back to the broadcast. Want to thank Mike Annone Sr. again for hanging out with me for an inning. All I wanted was to have Mike bat while Mike was in the booth with me and hopefully make some TV magic happen. Almost was to be. He did get up there, but he flew out to left field on a great catch by Jackson. Now here's Crosby, who sends one to the gap. This might be 3. Hansen picks it up, gets it into Cantu. Cantu, no throw, stand-up triple, lead-off triple. And a runner at third with nobody out. 103 off the bat for Crosby. His first hit. Here's the guy who hit Crosby in the second inning. Dakota Popham. Vibes will give up the run here for the out. Down the right field line, but out of play. High and outside, ball one. One and one the count. Outside for ball two. Leadoff man Crosby at third after the triple. Pop him up the middle, through the legs of Allen. Cantu will get the out, but it's the second RBI of the game for Dakota Popham. Bases are empty, a 4-3 ball game. That'll bring up Jackson, who made that fantastic catch to rob Annone of extra bases. Looks at ball one. Jackson a strikeout. 6 strikeouts for Allen. Right at Ulysses. And there's 2 away. Two outs for Ronnie Allen. Allen is strikeout looking. Takes a strike here. From the windup, the 1-0, or the 0-1 rather, is swung on a miss. The quick 0-2 to Ronnie Allen. That was the breaking ball on the outside corner that got Allen the first time looking. Is that where Allen will go? No, fastball high. Allen disappointed with himself. Bit of a spin after that pitch. Now the 1-2. Same pitch to Allen. Same result as in the second. It's a strikeout looking. It's his 7th already. That's a season high. The Owls do get one back on a hit. No one left on base, though. The triple from Crosby, the RBI ground out from Popham. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It's a 4-3 ball game on Vibes TV.
It is time for the Ricky Bobby race. Hanging out here with our contestants. What's your name, man?
Jackson.
And what's your name?
Mazzy.
All right, so how the game works, when I say go, you're going to pedal all the way down there to our promo staff. Once you pass them, get off the bikes, turn around, race back to me, and we'll find out who our winner is, because if you're not first, you're last. All right, are you guys ready? They're ready. All right, Vibe fans, let's cheer them on in 3, 2, 1, go! Uh-oh, it's a close one. They are tied. All right, get off the bikes, turn around, race back. It's a close one. Oh, so close. Good job. You guys both did awesome. But my guy, you are the winner. We're getting you hooked up with a prize, man. Congratulations, and you did awesome, too. Good job. All right, let's go, Vibes.
Welcome back to the bottom of the fourth inning, a 4-3 game on Vibes TV. Vibes up by 1. Hansen, who had one of the bigger hits in this game, puts one down. It's pretty good, but Bouchard, great charge. His throw in time. Heck of a play from Tim Bouchard. We are now joined here in the fourth inning. We had our celebrity third inning with Mike Unknown Sr. We're going to have our celebrity fourth inning with the Owlz assistant GM, Harrison Shapiro. How's it going?
It's going very well. It's great to be here. Thank you for having me on. My apologies if my broadcasting skills are below par. I haven't done this in a while.
No, that's perfectly fine. Hey, last time I saw you, you were leading this club from the dugout.
Yeah, last time I was here, I was the interim manager for 3 games without a very successful record, I have to say.
Before I want to ask about Robbie Bales, but just tell me about that experience from your perspective.
Well, I've never managed a team outside of a 12U team, maybe at best. And to be honest with you, I pretty much left it up to the players.
Sure.
They knew what they were doing by that point in the season, and dealing with the pitching coach as well, JT Mossberg, he really knew the team well. So I took a step back and was just there for moral support through a tough transition period.
Josh Glenn, that's going to fall fair and out of play. Glenn's going to have a ground rule double. Well, now I want to ask about Robbie Bales, who you brought in to be the next manager of the Owlz, and the team had a really good response to that, I felt, right after he was hired. They seemed to be clicking on a different sort of cylinder. You added a few more players. A guy like Bouchard, who was new to the team, sort of in that revamping you guys had. Not all that different from what we went through sort of earlier in the season. But the team is, at least from my perspective, seeing you, played really well under Robbie.
Yeah, the team has responded really well to Robbie, and he had a difficult challenge because coming in a really difficult transition, going from an ex-big league manager, and then you have, an ex-big league player managing in the Pioneer League, and then having Robbie Bales, a college coach, coming in and filling those shoes. He had a really tough challenge and handled it very well, and the players responded to him, and frankly, he had connections within the college world and brought in a lot of young guys who have turned out to be our best players.
And what was it about Robbie that really attracted you guys to him?
I wasn't actually personally involved in the hiring process. That was more done at the ownership level.
Sure.
But it's my understanding that Ryan Spielborgs, who former Rockies player, who's one of our owners of our complex and sort of a figurehead for us, knew him well and apparently had coached with him on a temporary basis and spoke highly of him. And his recommendation was turned out to be the best possible solution for us.
1-1 to Encarnacion. This is to left center. Jackson coming in, and that's off the glove. It's going to be a single for Encarnacion, and Alex Jackson nearly, for the second inning in a row, robs a vibe of a base hit. But he didn't quite get there this time. Glenn had to wait to see if that would drop. It's first and third, 1 out. I'm here with Owlz assistant general manager, Harrison Shapiro, and said Brian Spielborgs, one of the co-owners of the Future Legends Complex project. And what update can you give us on the complex's progress?
Well, so the most recent thing that has gone up, and it went up in about 2 months, was our dormitory. So it's a 64-team dormitory, so we can host nationwide and international tournaments at our complex. Our niche is that we can do it in every sport. So you have the Cooperstown model, but applicable to every sport imaginable. Our fields are designed to be able to transition, so we can do it in every sport, and that's kind of our special niche. That's a huge deal for us. And then very soon, within about 2 months or so, our dome will be going up, and that is going to be one of the 3 largest air-supported domes in the world. It'll actually be viewable from space, and once that goes up, we think that'll be a huge asset for us in terms of the community recognition, because you literally can't miss it driving through what is a small but growing town in Windsor, Colorado.
Mm-hmm. Well, you guys have sort of been the NOCO Globetrotters a little bit this year. You had I believe it's Jackson Field at the University of Northern Colorado. Now
who were fantastic for us.
Yep, and the Nelson Farm Ballparks right now in Johnstown.
Mm-hmm.
What has that process been like for you as an operator? Making sure that the team's being taken care of, and just sort of getting everything, crossing the T's, dotting the I's across the board. How How has that process gone for you this year?
Well, hyperbole aside, it's the hardest I've ever worked in my entire life.
Okay.
I've really poured my heart and soul into making sure that this team functions, given our limitations, which are unfortunate. But you know what? I mean, that's how construction goes sometimes. And so yeah, it's been personally challenging, but also the most rewarding thing I've ever done. To have this level of control over a professional baseball team. And develop, what I will consider to be lifelong friendships through doing this. Personally, it's been a transformative experience for me, both personally and professionally.
Mm-hmm. And before you had this job, how many years have you been in minor league baseball now? What year is this for you?
I mean, I would say roughly 10 years.
Okay.
My father has worked in baseball his entire life, and my mother as well. They actually met. They were both working for the San Francisco Giants, and I was born in Atlanta when he was working for the Braves. I mean, I've been involved with baseball my whole life, and they actually started a minor league baseball team when I was a little bit younger, and I worked there through most of my formative years.
That would be the San Rafael Pacifics, would it not?
That's correct. Yeah, formerly of the Pacific Association. Now I believe the Pecos League.
That is correct. The Pacific Association, unfortunately, is no more up in Northern California, where I'm from.
I'm sorry to interrupt. That's too bad. We early on we had two teams in Hawaii. And so we used to do one road trip a year where we would go to Hawaii, play both teams over a span of like 2 weeks. And it was the greatest time. We used to go to Hawaii once a year at least.
We're going to take a break. We'll come back with more from Harrison Shapiro. It's a 4-3 ball game as we head to the top of the fifth on Vibes TV.
Cavs show up. Baseball goes under one. They're going to mix all up. And when they're done, you let me know where that baseball's at. Under hat 1, 2, or 3. All right? But don't worry. If you need some help, these Vibe fans will help you out, man. Colts, are you ready, dude?
Yes.
He's ready. All right. Let's roll it. All right, here we go. Let's find out where that baseball starting at under hat number 2. Oh, man, I lose it every time. Uh-oh. Hopefully Colt is following it. All right, where's that baseball? Hat 1, 2, or 3. If you need some help, turn around. These Vibe fans will help you out, man.
3.
He's going with hat number 3. Is he correct? Whoa, good job, buddy. Good job. We're getting you hooked up with a prize, man. Dang, dude, you're nice. Good job, dude. All right, we got more baseball, and we're getting you hooked up with a prize, man. Let's go, Vibes.
Welcome back to Vibes TV. Tyler Peterson with Owlz Assistant General Manager Harrison Shapiro, who's hanging out with you in front of their half inning. Vibes threatened in the fourth. Did not score, though. Nice play from Guadalupe to run that ball in the right field line in foul territory. Higgins against Allen, and a quick 0-2. Harrison and I were just reminiscing of sorts, getting our Bay Area connections in order. Harrison, who grew up in the North Bay in Marin County. The San Rafael Pacifics. Now, let me see if I remember sort of the last legs of the Pacific Association. There was Vallejo, and there was Martinez.
And Pittsburgh, California.
Pittsburgh Diamonds. I believe Jose Canseco had a sort of a guest appearance there once. Ground ball to Encarnacion, 1 away.
He also had a guest appearance with us as well. He apparently tours and does home run derbies, and he just hits softballs out of the yard all day long.
You know, I saw him last year in Idaho Falls. In fact, he was handing out these at the time, and his arms were bigger than I am. I mean, he is still a big guy.
He's massive. Yeah. I was fortunate enough to get to catch actually the batting practice prior to his home run derby against our players.
Now, most people wouldn't imagine this, but the off season, toward the winter is actually a fairly busy time in the world of baseball. I'm sure you've got your checklists ready, but are you sort of gearing up for a busy off season, especially with sort of the other things that the ownership group has in store, especially the acquisition of Grand Junction and the building of the parks? I'm sure it'll be a busy off season for you.
Yeah, and thankfully, I won't personally have to oversee much when it comes to Grand Junction. I mean, I've kind of assisted in some of the design help and ideas for redesigns potentially, but I haven't been personally involved in their operations, and their operations so far have done a fantastic job. I mean, they really do run a tight ship over there. But yeah, no, getting ready for this off season is the busiest time of year for us. I have to put together an entire, essentially an event plan for 48 events that you have to put on based around a baseball game.
Kellerman walks. It's a 1-out walk. Now, I know that your dad as president has talked openly about expansion, and we expanded to 10 teams this year. You guys came back into the fold from moving from Orem. We got Glacier involved. I saw recently an article where Dave from Ogden, the owner, Dave Baggett, saying that he wanted to put a team in Logan and was looking at the land situation there. What do you sort of make of all of that, the expansion to what could possibly be 12 teams? Certainly the travel, I think, is the number one target there. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, and travel expenses are one of the biggest hindrances of us being able to play every team in the league, obviously, and being able to do shorter series. I mean, the reason why we do 6-game series is to limit travel expense. And to be frank, I mean, these guys are playing 96 games over about a 4-month period. Increasing their travel time is potentially detrimental to their long-term career because, I mean, it is difficult as it is.
I'll raise my hand right there. I made 2 trips to Colorado Springs last year from Idaho Falls, and that was 4 12-hour bus rides.
That's pretty tough. Now, granted, I mean, there's been some other weird schedule stuff because we don't play Boise at all this entire season.
And we played them once there.
And you guys have played them once?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's just sort of how the cookie crumbles, I suppose.
I guess. I don't know. We took one trip to Montana early in the season, but other than that, I would personally like to see us be able to play every team, even if we do expand to 12 teams. And there's plenty of markets in this area, in the Mountain West region, that can support a team. And frankly, with our attendance numbers in relation to all of professional baseball, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't expand.
I have to agree with you there because I think about the Atlantic League or the Frontier League, places where baseball exists, the Philadelphia area, the New York area, that whole tri-state area up there. It's the Rockies and the Salt Lake Bees and not a whole lot else. So the Montana, Wyoming, Utah, Colorado. I mean, if we want to send it border to border,
right.
Arizona, New Mexico. I mean, there's plenty of opportunities for towns that probably want professional sports as well.
Correct, and I've even heard some grumblings about potentially going even more east, which I don't know what that would do to our travel expenses and the logistics of it. I think would be difficult. But I mean, look, if the league continues to expand and continues to be successful, then why wouldn't you continue to expand? I mean, it makes perfect sense to me.
Now, this team this year, your Northern Colorado Owlz, 32-53 on the season. How do you can't hardly grade, I would think, either of these teams based on their overall record. So what would you sort of say is the state of the Owlz? How would you grade the performance of the year so far?
Well, I'll say, I mean, it's been a tumultuous year, to say the least, for our guys. And I would be lying if I said that doesn't affect performance, at least at some level. I mean, obviously it's intangible, but one could assume. Switching home fields, switching managers. I mean,
sure, yeah.
But let me say this. I mean, I think the lineup that Robbie has put together, I think we've got some really talented young hitters on this team that can be really good for years to come and potentially even get signed down the road. And I think our starting pitching has been pretty solid all year round in a league that, frankly, has a dearth of quality starting pitching. I think our bullpen could improve. We've got some talent there. And again, some younger guys, some older guys too. But I think we can make dramatic steps, and as all baseball teams do at all levels, improve the bullpen. I mean, that's what it comes down to nowadays.
I want to credit you for getting dearth in there on the broadcast. That's a good one. That was definitely a high school English word.
Yeah.
Word of the week kind of
Thank
thing.
you. Yes, exactly.
I want to give you guys credit because you run a fantastic communications department with Blake and Damien, with Skylar, I believe, as well, and Brendan, or Brennan, excuse me. And the social media team as well. I was reaching out to Blake the other day when looked like for a minute there Dusty Baird might have thrown a no-hitter, and I said, hey, is there any chance you could get us pictures? And he goes, we're already going to create a folder for you. So-and-so is going to send it to you. I was like, great. And then Blake makes fantastic notes, some of the best notes in the Pioneer League. So I got to say, from a communication standpoint, I think you guys are going to be really hard to beat this year. You guys have a great team.
I cannot heap enough praise on Blake. Blake has come over and taken over the communications department and managed it with the utmost professionalism and on top of just being a truly tremendous person. I really hope he sticks around for years to come because I think the two of us could build something special. Once we have a stadium, I think the two of us together make an excellent team for years to come.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout, 2 unassisted. The inning is over. Tim Bouchard becomes the 8th victim of Chris Allen tonight. Well, Harrison, I want to thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you enjoy the rest of tonight's game. And if you want to say go Owls, you're more than welcome to.
No, that's fine. Look, I'm just so happy. First of all, I think you are the best broadcaster in the league, and I can't wait to listen to you more next year.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for stopping by. We'll take a break. We will head to the bottom of the 5th, 4-3 Vibes. Lopez to center, and Feltz makes the catch. Want to thank Harrison Shapiro again for stopping by, the Owlz assistant general manager. His team was not able to score a run for him while he was in the booth, but Preston Snavely neither gave up a run while he was here. That's high for ball 2, 2-0. There's the first strike. If the Vibes can win one of these final 2 against the Owls, they'll win the season series. Cantu out of play. This season, they've gone 14-12 against the Owls. 2 games these teams are going to not play against each other. Those were games in the first half that will not be made up. Down the right field line, and almost a great barehanded catch in the picnic terrace. It's a full count to Cantu. Snavely about to throw his 81st pitch. That's high. It's a walk. Cantu is on for the second time tonight.
First baseman, number 41, Luis Navarro.
Now Luis Navarro. Navarro's had a good night. 2 RBI singles. That pitch is high for ball 1. One out in the inning, bottom of the 5th. All 4 runs for the Vibes in the first. Navarro takes outside. He has an excellent eye. Some guys just have a good eye, and he would be one of them. The 2-1. Navarro, a ground ball toward Higgins on the backhand to second for 1, on to first. Not in time. Really nice turn from the Owls, but they'll only get the first half. Two-way in the inning. Fielder's choice for Navarro. The out goes 6-4 at second. And here's a known. Two outs for a known. He's 0 for 2 today. 2 flyouts to left. It's down low. I believe our clubhouse assistant, Presley Greer. He's on a camera shooting behind home plate. Pretty close to where his parents were. Called strike to Mike, 1-1. Ronnie Allen's holding on Luis Navarro, but I don't think we're going to see a single throw over there. That's inside. And that hit Mike. And it hit Mike hard enough for that to ricochet back to the screen. I think that got him on the knee, and it did. Right on top of the right knee. And that's one you just have to try to walk off. So he'll get on for the first time tonight, but his most uncomfortable at bat. Here's Andrew Hansen. Two outs in the inning. Strike 1 called. Hansen has the biggest hit of tonight, a 2-run double in the first. He is 1 for 2. 2 men on, 2 men out here in the 5th. Vibes have not scored since the first. Swing and a miss. One after the off speed below the zone, and it's Snavely who's ahead 0-2. 90 pitches in, 50 of them strikes, 40 of them balls. That's a really good ratio for Preston Snavely. Pretty good take from Hansen, 1-2. Outside, ball 2. Count will even. The 2-2, Hansen out of play. Off the top of the suites. Heads up, folks. It comes all the way back down into the 3rd row of the seats. Swing and a miss. So Snavely gets out of the jam. That's only his 2nd strikeout of the night. But the inning is over. Through 5. 4-3 Vibes on Vibes TV.
It is time for me to pass the reign as the best dancer here at UC Health Park to one of these 2 contestants. It is our Toasty Dance Off. What is your name?
Melody.
Melody. And what's your name, dude?
William.
All right, so how the game works, man, you guys got 20 seconds to show us your best dance moves, and at the end, we'll go to the crowd and find out who is the winner. Are you ready? Are you ready? All right, Vibe fans, let's cheer them on in 3, 2, 1, go! That's it. Oh, that's it. Keep it going. Oh, there we go. We got it. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Oh, these kids got the dance moves. All right, Vibe fans, let's find out who's the winner. What about this side? What about this side? Oh, it was close, but you are the winner. Good job. You are the best dancer here at UC Health Park, but you got the moves too, buddy. Good job. We'll get you hooked up with the prize, all right? Enjoy the rest of the game. We got more baseball. Let's go, Vibes.
Welcome back to UC Health Park. It's the top of the 6th, a 4-3 Vibes lead. Chris Allen's still out there looking for his longest start, longest game of the season. Crosby to left. 3rd time he's been on, his 2nd hit. Well, we heard from Owlz assistant general manager, Harrison Shapiro. And as promised, we will get our side of the story. It's our assistant general manager, Aaron Griffith.
Well, hi, Tyler. Long time no see in here. Thanks for having me, and I hope Harrison gave you a good show.
I know. Listen, I tried to get you a game the other night, but I just have to say, Dean's a bit of a man of mystery because he brought out something I didn't know he had.
I would never discourage Dean McKissick from calling a game here, and I felt it was my civic duty to let the people hear him. So, well, I appreciate the offer, and maybe one of these last few we'll get in here and get on that. But for that game in particular, it was Dean's. Dean's all the way.
I want to thank Dean again for spotting me. for
He,
3 games last week.
He did God's work a few nights ago. Long game. I think it was like 4 hours on Sunday.
Let's see how long that went. I do have the numbers here. That was an interesting ball game. But as I pointed out to Dean, and he proudly pointed out back to me, he is 3-0 in this broadcast booth.
Man, that has to trump the front office run contest.
It might, yeah.
Being 3-0 with wins as opposed to runs, that's
351. The 14-11 game was 351. Ogden, who did not want the pitch clock, they didn't want it, but the Vibes won 5 games anyway. Saw that sort of as an advantage for the Vibes, and it didn't really work out, I think, the way Ogden was looking for. 0-2 to Dakota Popham, and he's going to pop this into left field. Back-to-back hits. Pete Bayer in the bullpen getting ready. So I asked this question to Harrison, and so I'll ask it to you in the same way I asked him. Just looking at the records, just wins and losses is probably not a fair representation of this team. So what would you say the state of the Vibes is, how the year has gone, where the team is now, your overall impressions on the season?
Well, I think you alluded to it, Tyler. It's with this team, it's difficult to look at just the wins and losses. If we're looking at just that, then obviously there's a lot of room for improvement, right? I think our overall is, 10 games under, somewhere in and around there. But starting to look at things outside of the wins and losses, I think we're all incredibly happy and, excited about where this team is, where it's headed, and where it could go. I think refining the Monclova deal was one of the best decisions that we've ever made. Not to say that it's not valuable, not to say that we don't like it, but it clearly was not working as far as a performance on the field standpoint. And so I think that's something that we've taken this year with, a lot of positivity, and I think we'll continue something like this next year.
Crosby blows through a stop sign. He'll score. And Jackson has tied this ball game. It'll be first and second, nobody out.
I haven't even gotten through an out, and I'm already -1 today. Are you kidding me?
I don't have the official sheet, but let me see if I can find it here.
I know my column isn't great, so.
That's okay. You're not going to top K, who's sitting at -4. Aaron. 0. So you were at 0. You're at a -1 now. Here comes Joe Miklick. Looks like we are going to have a change. Pete Bayer comes in from the Vibes bullpen. We'll take a break. We'll come back with Aaron in a tied ball game, 4-4 in the 6th inning on Vibes TV. Welcome back to the ball game on Vibes TV. Pete Bayer in from the Rocky Mountain bullpen as he looks to get out of a bit of a jam, a run in. 3 straight singles to begin this inning. Chris Allen is chased at 5+. He allowed 6 hits so far, 4 runs, although 2 of them were unearned, so only 2 earned with that simple arithmetic. 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. Pete Bayer, his 21st appearance in a Vibes jersey, 3-3 record, 5.02 ERA. He's struck out 45 in 28 innings.
That's going to work, I think.
How about this, as we're sitting here with our assistant general manager, Aaron Griffith? Pete Bayer, in fewer innings, has struck out more batters than Miguel Pozo. And of all the bullpen arms, is the hardest to get a hit off of at .241 opposing batting average.
Yeah. I have no complaints about those numbers. After hearing all that, it's interesting to see at 5.02 up there on the ERA column.
That's fouled back. 1-2 to Ronnie Allen, drafted by these Owls in the Pioneer League mid-season tryout camp. A tryout camp you attended yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Put on your Scout's visor, maybe some dark sunshades and some khakis, if I'm putting the picture together in my head.
It's close. It's close.
The clipboard,
you're missing a boonie hat or a bucket hat. Sunscreen on my nose. But very close.
.97 on that last pitch from Pete Bayer, and that's rocketed foul. We've got Donnie down on the track, man, telling us 97 on that last fastball. That's something else. 2-2. Before the pitching change, we were discussing the state of the Vibes, how the season has gone. One thing which Joe Mikulik was very quick to point out to me today, props to Mick for a fantastic year with this team. This team is 31-31 under his watchful eye. Allen just gets a piece of that. The record for wins for the Vibes for a whole season is 32 in 76 games.
Sure.
So the team has already eclipsed that at 53, but Mick, for his team, is 1 away.
From tying the winningest manager?
From tying the, well...
winningest season.
Sure, actually winningest manager as well would have to be, because in 32, or in 1932, in 2019, with those 32 wins in 76 games, well, Mick's done 31 wins in 62.
Yeah.
So he's got a chance to break that and some. Still a full count to Ronnie Allen. That's down low ball 4. I've certainly enjoyed having Mick here. I know you've enjoyed having him here as well.
Mick has been fantastic, and he's your typical baseball guy, but he's so much more than that. He's such a great human and a good man, and really that whole Vibes dugout, coaching staff-wise and player-wise, in fact. A lot of really good people down there, and we talk about the state of the team. That's a really, really high point for us. Mick, his coaching staff, and the personalities and people that surround him in that Vibes dugout.
I'd like to publicly apologize the other night when Mick won the knockout round with Ethan Lopez. I thought it was Dave Hadjic up there tossing those in, but it was Mick. And just so he knows, I have now publicly apologized. Not that he asked me to, but...
He didn't have to, and I will say I was in the room when that phone call was made, and it was a Chicken Little moment. You thought the sky was falling.
Double play. Joe to Yuli to Luis, 6-4 to 3. A run does come in on the Higgins double play. In the grand scheme of things, the Vibes will take it.
Yeah. You'll trade a run for 2 outs there.
In is Popham, and to third is Alex Jackson. So it's up to Kellerman now to get Jackson in. It's Bayer's job. What a sweeping slider for strike one, first of all. But it's up to Bayer to get out of this inning. So for Allen right now, it's 5 runs, 3 earned. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Bayer trying to make quick work of Kellerman. Walk, then double play since Pete's been in.
I think much like many of these Vibes players, Pete has gotten a lot better as time has gone on. Oh.
To the backstop. Glenn to the plate. We might have a play. Safe. A wild pitch from Bayer.
I think it's one of the first times I've seen a play like that close. Usually it's kind of a no contest. And
well, 2 things happened there pretty quickly. One, the ball bounced back to Josh Glenn, and then if you see how quickly Pete came off the mound, he rushed to home plate. 6-4. Those are Allen's runs, so the book is done on Allen. It's 6 runs, 4 earned. Up the middle, back to Bayer on a line. The inning is over. 3 runs for the Owls. They will take the lead for the first time tonight. Aaron, you can stick around for the bottom of the inning?
sure, I'll give you one more here.
Awesome. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. It's now NoCo that leads 6-4 on Vibes TV.
Hanging down here with the next champ, Caden. It is time for the Pack In, Pack Out Challenge. We are going to put him to the test right now. All right, buddy. So how the game works, turn around. You're going to line up right at this white line, and when I say go, you're going to grab that sack and pack your camping sack the fastest, all right? When you get to that last item, put it in there, turn around, race back to me, and you do that under a minute, we'll get you hooked up with a prize, man. Caden, are you ready?
Yes.
He's ready. I can feel it. All right, here we go on 3. 1, 2, 3, go! Come on, Vibe fans. Let's cheer him on. Let's make some noise. There you go, buddy. Oh, grab the glove. There you go. All right. There you go. Turn around. Race back, buddy. He's got it. Good job, buddy. You are a true camping expert. We're going to get you hooked up with a prize, buddy. Man, you got some wheels on you, dude. Good job. All right. Enjoy the rest of the game, buddy. We got more baseball. Come on, Vibe fans. Let's make some noise.
Welcome back to UC Health Park, bottom of the 6th inning. Tyler Peterson and Vibes Assistant General Manager Aaron Griffith with you. Glenn Encarnacion Diaz, the first 3 hitters to face Preston Snavely, who has the lead for the first time tonight. 6-4 Owls after a 3-run top of the inning. Glenn's 1 for 2 with a double. Now there's fan favorites. And then there's sort of front office favorites. Josh Glenn is definitely a front office favorite.
Sure. And a fan favorite, I think.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
You know, I kind of feel like a parent where you don't have a favorite, but you definitely do.
Mm-hmm.
There are certainly some guys that stand out a little more than others, but like I said last inning, as a whole, it's just a wonderful group of guys down there.
And that's, that's been half the battle this last month is the camaraderie and the belief of this team and how that's quite literally manifested into something physical that got them, one, a chance here in the last 2 weeks to, let's put it this way, to prevent the Rockies from clinching before these last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then to go on a franchise best 6-game winning streak and to do it against a team that last year won both halves of the South, won the first half this year, a very tough Ogden squad. It was a great week for these guys.
Yeah. nobody's more upset than that Vibes dugout about, the extenuating circumstances. But, yeah, you're right. And I think you said it a little nicely than it really is. I mean, I don't think any viewer on this stream, I don't think anybody in this building had any sort of, I don't want to say hope, but any sort of thought that we were even going to sniff the playoffs this year. And, yeah, you wake up one day and it's like, oh, my goodness, we're within a handful of games back, and, you start doing the math, and it's like, yeah, we got a shot at this. And I think just even that is more than I think anybody could have penciled for this group.
The telling series was the series in Grand Junction, where they only played 5 games. They had just split a series in Ogden 3-3.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, they were 6.5 back, and you're thinking, all right, if they win 4 out of 6 here, that's 4.5 back. That's striking distance. The Rockies, credit to them, they've had an outstanding season. They won 4 of 5 games with that extra game to be played next Tuesday. Joe to third, and Bouchard stays with the play and gets the out. But after that, you think, oh, geez, 9.5 back, that's going to be it. But you know what? Credit to them for coming out, getting it down to 8 in quick succession. And, 8 back with 13 to go is not exactly close, but it doesn't put you out of it. But, the Rockies have just won left and right, and now, in fact, have the second-best record of any team in the Pioneer League behind those Paddleheads.
I noticed that. They're, 50-plus wins, and, you mentioned you're 8 games back with 13 to play. On paper, no, that's a tough one to come back from. But then you think 7 of them are against Grand Junction.
Yep.
So, let's take all the rest of the games out. You win all 7 of those, in theory, you're a game back, And that's the way that they look at it. They, obviously we have work to do today, but our real work is to be done, last week of the year. And, technically if they win out, they will still tie for the division lead. But I think, as you mentioned in your notes and probably the broadcast, it'll be no dice with the tiebreakers.
Yeah, I didn't get the abacus out, but there was something about records into divisions, and so I would have had to say, all right, well, the Rockies, if they lose 7 and we win 7, where would we be? And it would be relatively close, but I think the Grand Junction is indeed a few games above us in the division. And that's like the 3rd different tiebreaker we would have to get down to.
Right.
So I think it just goes to show you that this team, at least if you take into account the first 25 games of the season from just a skip to Z sort of mentality, they've overperformed in that sense. But there was a point in which we sort of all at least looked around the room at each other and thought, they just might gosh darn do it.
They just might. You said what? Mick is 31-31?
Correct.
To date. Well, first of all, those first 25 games become all that more important. Yep. And, yes, there's always the, boy, what could have been. But I'd also argue that, probably the first 15, 20 games under Mick's tenure, those probably need to be looked at a little closer because, you've all heard the story, I'm sure, one way or another. But, taking a 25-man roster, putting it together within 15 days, and, that's not easy to do. And so I think if you're really being extremely critical about this team's performance, as kind of your overarching first question was, I think that, yes, this team has overperformed. I think they're a lot better than the record indicates. And, overall, it's just a miracle that we've made it this far and this close.
Lopez to center. Feltz, he can track down nearly any ball. He'll track this one down in front of his left fielder, Jackson. The inning is over. Aaron, I really appreciate you stopping by tonight.
Of course.
Any shout-outs before you get off the air? I always like to give them out.
I'm good on the shout-outs. I don't think anybody at home is watching for me. So
all right,
I will donate my shout-outs to you, my friend.
All right. We'll save them for Cass, who's hopefully stopping by at some point tonight.
Deal. She can have them.
All right. Thank you, Aaron. We will head to the 7th. It's 6-4 Owlz on Vibes TV.
knocking that little ball past this finish line, and we'll find out who really knows how to work that banana. All right. 2 contestants, are you guys ready? Oh, they're ready and practicing. Here we go, Vibe fans. Let's cheer them on in 3, 2, 1, go! Uh-oh. Come on, man. Don't let us down, man. You got it. Oh, there we go. Keep it going. You're almost there. Oh, one more. Big hip thrust. Oh, come on. There we go. Good job, man. Well, at least you know how to work that banana. You might have got yourself in trouble, but good job, man. We're getting you hooked up with a prize, man. We got more baseball. Let's go, Vibes.
Our line score through 6. It's the Owls with 6 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. The Vibes, 4 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. Top of the order to face Pete Bayer. Feltz, Guadalupe, Bouchard. First pitch to Cameron Feltz. Ground ball. Cantu to first. 1 away. Now Abdel Guadalupe. 0 for 2 with a walk. Check some scores around the league for you. Billings, who has been beat up by these Raptors these last few days, they today are on the other side of a lopsided score. They're up 10-0 on Ogden. That game in the 6th. The Rockies, who need one more win to clinch the South outright, they've clinched a share and on tiebreaker would win. So that's sort of the discretion I give you on that. But to win it outright, they'll need to win tonight at Boise, and they are up 4-0 on the Hawks, who have had a really, really tough season after representing the Southern Division in the championship last year. Idaho Falls, a 5-1 lead over the Voyagers in the bottom of the 4th. The Chuckers last night almost had a very impressive comeback. They were down 5 runs in the bottom of the 9th and scored 5 runs, the last 2 coming on a home run by backup catcher, Hunter Hudson. They fell in the knockout round, though. Riley Jepson beat Dusty Stroop 1-0. Strike 3 on Guadalupe. That's the first strikeout for Pete Bayer. And our final score around the league, it's Missoula 6, Glacier 0. That's in the bottom of the 4th. 2 quick outs in the inning now. Here's Tim Bouchard. Strike 1 at 94. We're going to have one more guest in the bottom of the 7th. Cassie Funk, one of our marketing interns, will stop by. I'm trying to have everybody on from the front office at some point. We've got 5 games left, and I've got about 5 left on my list as far as I can remember. Strike 3 on the outside. And Pete Bayer strikes out both Guadalupe and Bouchard looking. 1, 2, 3 in the inning. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch here at UC Health Park. It's Owlz 6, Vibes 4 on Vibes TV.
All right, Vibe fans, it is time to get on your feet. It's the 7th inning stretch. hanging out here in the luxury suites. It's time to sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. You guys know the words. Let's all sing along. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. If it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the whole ball game. Let's go, Vox!
Welcome back to Vibes Baseball on Vibes TV. We are in the bottom of the 7th. The day is over for Preston Snavely. He goes 6 innings, allows 8 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. He is replaced by Kyle Adkins. Here in the 7th inning, he'll face the heart of the order, Ethan Lopez, Ulysses Cantu, and Luis Navarro. We had our celebrity 3rd inning. We had our celebrity 4th inning. We had a celebrity 6th inning. We will now have a celebrity 7th inning. And we are going to play that funky music, White Girl. Cassie Funk, one of our marketing interns. Welcome in, Cassie.
Hello. Thank you, Tyler, for this opportunity.
I know you volunteered for this. I know you were so happy when I asked you to do this, but I do appreciate you coming on tonight.
I got you.
So I know you've told me that you're not super into baseball growing up or anything like that, but you've always wanted to work in sports. This was one of your first opportunities. You go to UCCS. Now that you have a full season of minor league baseball under your belt, is this internship sort of what you thought it was going to be?
Honestly, this is not at all what I was expecting. I don't really know what I was expecting, but it was not this. It's been interesting for sure. I've learned a lot, but I think if I had a choice, I would not do independent league baseball again.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a good learning experience, and it got me my next internship. So
Oh, excellent.
yes.
And where are you off to?
I am following in Sabrina's footsteps, and I got an internship at the Air Force Academy. So I'll be a social media marketing intern, so I start on the 12th.
I had no idea. When did you get that?
I sent the last email to her today.
Okay.
That made it official.
Oh, my God. So we actually have breaking news here in the 7th inning from Cassie Funk. So you are going to hightail it up north over and join Sabrina on her team or alongside her or just sort of in the same department? Not really.
I think I'm under someone else, but I will be working with Sabrina.
Very cool.
So
well,
I'm excited to see Bina again.
Good. This is down the line off the bat of Lopez and foul. Sabrina, of course, was our promotions director, much loved by the staff. Now, since she's left, I know you and Cassie, 2 Cassies here,
Cassie squared,
have basically had to run departments now, which is
yes.
a different experience. Again, probably not what you thought you were going to do as an intern, but
yeah,
I mean,
not at all.
That kind of experience, I'd have to imagine, is invaluable for you.
That kid just fell so hard over there.
Oh no.
Yeah, I've learned a lot. It's hasn't been fun the whole time, but I've definitely learned a lot about like leadership and like managing and just all that kind of stuff and like how to keep things running and work under pressure. So it hasn't been the most fun, but I've definitely learned a lot, and I'm grateful for the time I've spent here, but I'm ready to move on to something else.
I know what you mean, and obviously if you're not a baseball lifer, it's a little bit different. So maybe one too many tarp pulls for Cassie Funk in her time?
Oh, yes. The first time was fun. The rest, not so much.
One away for Ulysses Cantu. Now, do you know the contest I've got going on?
I do not, Tyler.
So the contest I have is, for all the guests I have, whoever scores the most runs in their appearance. So you're at 0 right now. John Reyes is a +4. But I'll give you this. You automatically go higher than Kay Goodell, who's at -4. So you'll leave.
-4?
Yeah. She's at a -4.
How?
She gave up runs to the other team.
Oh, I was like, we lost runs.
So, Cass, you're going to start at 0.
Beautiful.
1-1 to Cantu, who got his 71st RBI today. Set a new Vibes record. Atkins, the new pitcher, trying to get a hold for Preston Snavely, who did well today. Cantu pops this up. This might go out of play. It will. Now, you're in your last year at UCCS, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So, okay, the first time I've ever heard that. All right. You are... Now you've completely thrown me off.
Sorry.
That's
Sorry,
all right.
Tyler.
That's all right. I know you're trying to be funny, which is
No,
what
I'm not trying. I'm just funny.
Oh. Hold on. Let me mark that on the whiteboard. 2 for Cassie. Wow. All right. 2-2 to Cantu. A ground ball to Higgins. Scoops it up. Throws over to first. So what can you tell us about the program you're in at UCCS, and you're finishing up soon?
Yeah, so I actually started at Boulder.
Okay.
I went there for a year and a half, and I just had a business major with like an emphasis in marketing. And then COVID happened, so I transferred to UCCS, and then same business major with an emphasis in marketing, and then a minor in sports communication. So I'm in like the business fraternity there. UCCS isn't really like a big college though, so it's been kind of an interesting experience going from that to Boulder.
Sure.
But it's been fun. I'm ready to graduate, but I'm also terrified.
I know both of those feelings. Believe me, it is. There gets to be a point in college where it's like, all right, like get me out there. I want to do all this stuff, and it's like, oh, actually, I've had the same schedule since I was 4 years old, and I don't really want to give that up right now.
Yes, I literally don't know what I'm going to do without school in my life. Like, I don't know who I am without school.
Well, you'll be graduating to an internship at a college, so maybe that'll help sort of
True.
keep the schedule as much as you can.
I hope 2 internships is enough for employers, but we will see.
So will you be working social media for Air Force football? Because I know that's going to get started up soon.
I think she told me it's going to be football, volleyball, and basketball. So it's pretty much like the whole year I'll be doing social media stuff for them. I'm super excited.
Another great catch by Alex Jackson. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Cass, before we let you go, any shout-outs to give on the broadcast tonight?
Oh.
Any shout-outs at all?
I can give a shout out to Donnie because he's scared to come on the broadcast, but I really think that he should.
I think that he should too. Maybe we'll get him here tomorrow.
I think if he's scared, I can come in with him too. Just
all right.
Moral support.
Maybe hold his hand and walk him in here. And okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get that done tomorrow. We'll take a break. Cass, thanks for being a good sport and stopping by.
Thank you, Tyler.
We'll take a break on Vibes TV. We'll head to the 8th. It's the Owlz who are up 6-4. 4 guests on the broadcast today. How about that? Now it's just me and you. I appreciate you watching tonight. The 61 folks currently tuned in on YouTube. So I'll go the rest of the way solo. At least that's the plan for now in case somebody else walks in. Damon Ellis will take over on the mound for the Vibes here. He'll face Crosby, Popham, and Jackson. I do want to remind you that the Rocky Mountain Vibes are proud to partner with Donate Life Colorado to help raise awareness for nearly 1,500 Coloradans who are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant. You can be someone's hero by saying yes to donation when you are at the driver's license office or online. Anyone can register to be a donor, regardless of age or health. So just one heroic choice can save a life. Donate Life. 1-1 to Crosby. Pete Bayer, 2 clean innings on his line. Does not allow a hit or a run. He walked 1, struck out 2. Ellis has had a nice start to his Vibes career. 6 games for Damon, a 4.32 ERA. He's 1-0. 8 innings. He's allowed 4 earned runs. Mostly used as a starter in his Pioneer League days. Out of the bullpen for the Vibes. We saw Damon pitch here earlier this year for the Idaho Falls Chuckers. Let me see if I can crack open my archives here. Go back to that game. Up the middle. A little scary. A base hit for Crosby. He's on base for the 4th time tonight, his 3rd hit. Damon Ellis pitched in relief back on Saturday, June the 11th. He got the win against the Vibes. Oh, yes. I remember that game. That was the 25-17 ball game. That was 4 hours and 30 minutes long. That was the longest game of the season. Damon went 3 innings that day. Allowed 4 earned runs, 5 runs, 4 hits, a walk and 4 strikeouts. That was something else. That was a game which started with the Chuckers scoring 5 in the first and the Vibes scoring 7 in the first. We'll just close that and forget about that. Popham is swinging a miss. Nice night for Dakota Popham. 2 hits, 2 RBI. And 2 runs. Two-run ball game here in the 8th. There goes Crosby. It swung on a miss. The throw down is to the third base side of the bag. Crosby's in with the steal. We're going to get a question about batter's interference here. Miklick's going to come out, talk with Cameron Monaco. He's going to show him the spot where Popham stepped. Mick does not like the explanation from Cameron Monaco. Neither does Josh Glenn. And we will resume play. I got to back up here on my broadcast and see just how far out Dakota Popham stepped. Flared foul. You know what? He never took a step. He never took a step. Both feet were planted, at least initially. Now hold on, the camera changes. It's hard for me to see. I don't think I have anything definitive, and that's low. Well, I don't have the angle that the Vibes would need to say, aha, batter's interference. 2-2 outside. Crosby leadoff single, gets the second on the stolen base. A 2-run ball game here in the 8th. Vibes never seem to be out of any ball game recently, and that's swung on and missed. Ellis with his first strikeout and the first time tonight that Popham has an unproductive at bat. Glenn is still pressing the issue with Cam and Monaco right now. That'll bring up Alex Jackson. Jackson had an RBI single in the 6th inning. He takes a 1-for-3 into this at bat. Ground ball, foul past JT Mossberg. He's been pitching coach since the start of the year. As Harrison said earlier on our broadcast, Owlz assistant GM Harrison Shapiro said that Mossberg was really one of the guys he leaned on in his 3 days as interim manager. The 1-1. Popped up, popped out. And it's 1-2. One thing I really wish that our stats system calculated automatically was whip. It is not offered at the moment. Ellis has allowed 17 base runners in 8 innings, which is a little over 2. So his whip is over 2, just barely, maybe about 2-3. Again, small sample size in the 8 1/3 innings. Strike 3. It looked a touch outside. Jackson can't believe it. He walks back to the dugout. Yeah, I just checked TrackMan as well, and it was off the plate. The broadcast doesn't lie either. Ronnie Allen takes inside. Back-to-back strikeouts for DeMond. Trying to strand the leadoff man on base. Allen today, 2 strikeouts and a walk. Fastball on the outside, strike 1. Two and 1 the count, that's high. Toward left center, and that'll get the job done for Ronnie Allen. Here comes Crosby. Allen into second. A sliding double. The Owls now extend that lead to 3. It took a 2-out hit. It had to take a 2-out hit. Two away for Higgins. One of the better hitters on this team, but batting 8th today. Damon's got to hurry for that pitch clock, and he does. First pitch, inside, ball 1. Both teams now with 8 knocks. Through, past Encarnacion. They're going to hold the runner. The throw comes home. It's stopped by Glenn. It's a single. The Owls are upset about something. I'm not sure what it is. Whether it was a pitch clock, a balk, I'm not sure what it was. Maybe they're saying Damon didn't come all the way set. I'm not sure. But it's 1st and 3rd. You could see Allen at second throw his hands up. Two out in the inning. A run in. Kellerman takes high. Three runs is manageable. Any more than that, it starts to become a bit harder. Cantu to first. So Damon Ellis comes in. He allows a run. It comes on 3 hits. There were no errors. He does leave 2 men on base. We head to the bottom of inning number 8. 7-4 Owls on Vibes TV. bottom of inning number 8. Micah Known, Andrew Hansen, Josh Glenn. Can they work on this deficit? A 7-4 ball game. Unknown today, 2 flyouts, a hit by pitch. Fouled back off of Kellerman, perhaps off of Monaco as well. Only 4 games remain in this 2022 season, at least home games. We hope you come out tomorrow for Avs night, and then a full weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th. We'll have Springs Appreciation Day. We'll have Colorado Proud. We'll have some flyovers, some fireworks. We'll have all the good stuff. So we hope you come out and enjoy that. We hope to see you tomorrow here at UC Health Park if you're not doing something else for Labor Day weekend. The 1-1 is way outside. Vibes scored 4 in the first. And the Owls have scored since. 2 in the second, 1 in the fourth, 3 in the sixth, 1 in the 8th. Down low. I'd imagine if Atkins were to start to work into a bit of a jam here that closer Christian Griffin will get ready down in that Owls bullpen. One thing that's been pretty good across the league has been closing pitchers. Of course, Miguel Pozo here with the Vibes. Mike swings through that 3-1. It's a full count. Griffin has 8 saves in 27 appearances. We saw Jackson Lancaster, an ERA sub-2 for the Raptors. And a couple we haven't seen. We haven't seen Montana Quigley of Great Falls or Jason Newman of the Paddleheads. This is out of play onto the berm. With the family in town, Mike Unknown, a home run yesterday. Today, 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Full count again, a ground ball back to Atkins. Snow cone, a snowball to first. 1 away. That'll bring up Andrew Hansen.
Center fielder, number 18, Andrew Hansen.
Hansen, the 2-run double in the first. Since then, a ground out, a strikeout, 1 for 3. You don't want to try to get all 3 back at once. You'd like to get something here in the 8th, and then, if necessary, something in the 9th. Adkins, thus far out of the bullpen in relief of Snavely, has put all 4 Vibes he's faced back down to the dugout. Ground ball down the line, but foul. Hansen has to protect now. Hansen, who burst onto the scene that first series and then took a long down streak, is had quite a hot streak here in the last 2 weeks. He's up to 290. He's practically hitting 300 now. Although there, he strikes out again. Here are a few cheers for some Owls fans who made the 2-hour drive down from northern Colorado. And that's a general term right now because they should be in Windsor, but we're in Greeley and now we're in Johnstown. So they are sort of all of northern Colorado's team at the moment. Swing and miss from Glenn. A double in the fourth for Josh. Now, the term spot start is used for pitchers exclusively, but I'd say it's sort of a spot start for Glenn today in relief of Navarro, who has gotten 2 Lions shares worth of his time behind home plate. Base is empty, 2 away. Three runs is doable. Heck, like we were talking about earlier, the Chuckers last night scored 5 in the bottom of the 9th to force a knockout round. We have been knockout round central recently. Back-to-back nights in that Raptors series. The 2-2 to Glenn. A half swing. Does he go? No, says Joshua Garcia. I saw all 9 Owls start to trot off. We don't have a great look on the broadcast, but we can sort of see whether or not the bat head comes out toward the center field camera. Did Glenn go? 50-50, I'd have to say. Full count. Outside ball 4. Adkins thought he had strike 3 twice. Instead, it's a 2-out walk. And that's the first time Adkins has allowed a base runner. The Vibes don't have a hit since the 4th inning. And it was this man, Encarnacion, who had a 1-out single to put men at first and third. Bats have gone quiet here in the latter half of this ball game. That's the credit going to Snavely and Adkins, though. Snavely, who again pitches well against the Vibes. I believe he is a Fort Collins native. Ground ball to Crosby. Puts his body in front of it. Throws a touch wide, but staying on the bag. No! Garcia says he came off. Whoa! The Owls have been here before. Robbie Bales is going to make a very slow walk to first base. If Popham did indeed come off the bag and stayed coming off the bag, then he played that so coolly. That's an error for Crosby. Well, well, well. Well, one more wrinkle before Gio Diaz can come to the plate. It's to bring Cameron Monaco, Dan Muth, and Joshua Garcia together. I know the results of what will transpire either way this call goes. He's safe. Robbie Bales 2 steps out of his dugout, giving Garcia a piece of his mind. Now, it's very hard to tell. We have the replay here, but it's very hard to tell whether indeed he did come off. If indeed Popham did come off the bag entirely, never got back to the bag, whatever the case, then credit to Garcia for not giving up on the play and just assuming it was an out. However, I don't know if we have an angle that shows you that. 2 away, a walk and an error on very close calls at first base. Outside, ball 1. Gio Diaz had his first home run of the year up in NoCo at the first half of this 6-game series. 3 at NoCo, 3 here. A home run here would tie the ball game. So he is the tying run. The Vibes hit leader takes inside 2-0. Now Bales, he is going to continue giving Monaco a piece of his mind, and Robbie Bales is gone. And I think these last 2 have been about home plate, as Bales now will dust up all of home plate. Kellerman is going out to the mound to try to protect Adkins. Robbie Bales has been ejected by Cameron Monaco. I think the call inside on the Diaz ball might have been that straw that Bale needed. So for the second straight series, we see an ejection. Second straight series at home, I should say. We see an ejection of the visiting manager. So some late drama here in the 8th when it's really come out of nowhere. A ground out, a strikeout, and then a check swing on strike 3 that the Owls thought was in the bag. Glenn stayed alive, saw ball 4, a ground ball to second. Crosby fielded, threw a little bit wide. Popham was ruled to have come off the bag. 2-0 to Diaz. Line drive to right. It'll be right at the right fielder, Guadalupe. And the inning is over. And now Atkins has been tossed. The pitcher, Kyle Atkins, has just been ejected by first base umpire Joshua Garcia, and he is not happy. I don't think Atkins would have come out for the 9th. I'm not sure. But he is going to be walked back by a few of his teammates. So we will now go to a break. We head to the top of the 9th. 7-4 Owls on Vibes TV. Well, it's got a little bit more interesting in between innings. A cooler was thrown onto the field from the Owls dugout. I did not see who threw the cooler. I would have to imagine it was an already ejected player, perhaps Adkins. I don't want to put that on him because I'm not sure. But there was a cooler that at one point was in the Owlz dugout, and then at one point it was not in the Owlz dugout. Now, as our final guest, our ultimate guest on the evening, our fifth guest of the night, it's the man who serenaded you for 3 games this last week, Mr. Dean McKissick.
Tyler, thanks for having me on. And I just want to say, I don't know if cooler heads prevailed.
What kind of cooler heads?
I think we just saw a cooler head. He almost took the head off of Damon Ellis with that toss.
I have not seen the apparatus coming out of the dugout this year in any fashion.
No. No.
But we had it here tonight, and so 2 ejections that I know of. One was Bales, which we all saw during the inning. Adkins, which happened at the end of the inning, which we just replayed for you. Damon Ellis on the mound for the 9th. Vibes are down 3. Now, Dean, I've been giving you praise all day today. You had never once picked up a microphone in your life since you did your first broadcast. Is that correct?
That is correct. A lot of practice, a lot of, playing a little MLB The Show.
Oh, yeah.
Commentate my own game, so I'm not going to act like it's the first time I've ever envisioned myself in a booth, but it's my first official appearances. I thank you greatly for giving me the opportunity. It really was a opportunity of a lifetime. Well,
I just love the exchange I had with you because, when I was trying to figure out who would cover me if I go work on assignment with the Mountain West Network for a few games, and a couple different guys came to mind. A couple of the younger guys here in the press box came to mind, and then I'm just sitting next to you one day, and you really bring the fire when you spot Jake Ross on PA, and I was like, Dean, do you want to do the broadcast? And you were like, heck yeah. And I was like, okay, great. And you're like, all right, so what time do I meet you? And I go, oh, no. I want you to do the whole thing.
And if you remember, at first my initial reaction was pure horror. And then the more I thought about it, I said, this actually might be easier. I don't know if that goes against all conventional wisdom, but at least in my brain, I said, well, I don't have to keep up with Tyler. At least was the initial thought.
Gosh.
So I was gung-ho, and it's been really awesome. I really do thank you for it.
Well, we really have enjoyed your broadcasts. I hope you've had a good time. It's not all these games are built the same way. You're going to get a few different ones, and you had pretty much the gamut of them.
Sure.
You had probably one of the most exciting games of the year. You had probably one of the most anti-exciting games of the year.
Yep.
And then you had probably sort of a ho-hum regular game yesterday. But as you pointed out quite proudly, 3-0 in this booth.
No, 3-0. Tyler, no one can take that from me.
No one can take that away from you now.
I don't know if I'll ever do a 4th one with that record now that it's so known that I'm undefeated. No, that's a joke. Anytime I can fill in for the great Tyler Peterson, I'm going to do it. Yeah, and you're right. Each game had a very different personality. I found that yesterday's game was the easiest to broadcast. It had a certain rhythm to it that was that accommodated, just a certain pace that I enjoyed. That second game, though, was a doozy. That tested all skill that I might have or not have. That was tested on that second game.
It was a 14-11 win, a game that Aaron made me look it up when he was in here earlier, a game that went 3 hours and 51 minutes in total. So you almost had your I know we have the 14ers here, but you almost had your first 4.
What was it, 3 hours and 51 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt every second of that 3 hours and 51 minutes.
Bouchard passed the dive of Cantu. Now, I know you're not, you don't go back to, see how you did necessarily in a technical sort of way, but I'm sure you went back and enjoyed some of your calls the night after.
How about the same night?
How about the same night?
Which my girlfriend, my lovely girlfriend Ashley,
shout out,
was right in saying, "Are you a lunatic?" And I said, "I truly might be." And I watched every minute of that with a smile from ear to ear. Last night on the third game was a little bit more technical. I was definitely a little bit more critical of myself, pointing out a couple things. I say that one too many times. As Crosby puts a shot into the gap, rounds third, and that's going to be an RBI for Crosby, who's been hot as all get out this series, as they add another insurance run.
There he is.
Sorry, Tyler. It just takes over.
It just takes over. It's perfect. How about 4 hits for Crosby tonight? 4 runs already. But, if you can believe this, that's only his first RBI tonight. So you showed a different side to your girlfriend. Maybe she didn't know you had the broadcaster side. A skill that maybe sleeping that you awoke.
True enough. She's definitely seen the "Are you a lunatic" side. That was not a new unearthing for her. But yes, finding out that is something I really enjoy. It was a little, as he makes a nice play in foul territory. It has been a tremendous, tremendous time. I will say that.
Dean, I'm glad you had a good time with it. I'm glad you could help me out as well with our sort of schedules crossing between a couple different commitments of mine, and I'm glad you had a good time on there.
Oh, it's been an absolute pleasure.
All right. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate the compliments. The check is in the mail. We'll go ahead to the bottom of the 9th, 8-4 Owls on Vibes TV. It's the bottom of the 9th. Eight to 4, the Owls lead. And Sugar, we're going down back to that Owls bullpen for Christian Griffin, 6'4", 240. The closer for the Owls, 8 saves on the year, not a save situation. However, he'll go for the, get the finger quotes up, the close tonight. Vibes need 4 to tie, 5 to go home. Cesar Lopez. He'll be the first one to face Griffin. Now, in situations like this, usually it's up to the leadoff hitter to set the tone. So if Lopez can get on, then maybe that's the sort of first shovel of coal into the steam engine. And then slowly those big wheels can get turning. Oh, 1-1. Griffin's been on the mound a few times for Owls wins over the Vibes. He's been on the mound a few times for Vibes wins over the Owls. It's high off the glove of Kellerman. There will be a fireworks show after this, which is why we've got fans sticking around, but a couple bursts of fire in the 8th as well. With the 2 ejections, a lead-off walk. All right, well, you got to set the tone for the inning. This is a good part of the order. I'll tell you who would love an at-bat in this inning is Mike Annone. Ethan Lopez. A home run last night, his 9th. Looks at ball 1 from Griffin. 2 walks. He's 0 for 2 in today's ball game. Scored a run back in the 1st. The Vibes have not scored a run since the 1st when they scored 4. That's in the dirt. It gets away from Kellerman. Down to second is Lopez. It's not a huge development because the tying run is still in the hole, but a free 90 feet, why not in the 9th? That's, you know, it's a maybe $1 bill you find in a pair of shorts you're about to throw in the laundry, not a 5, not a 10. You'll take it, you'll be happy with it. Two and 0. There's the first strike from Griffin. So 6 balls, then a strike. That's just turned the crank of the bat of Lopez. He'll be ready now. Off of Griffin. Can he stay with the play? He slips. It's in the dirt. It's not in time. .75 miles an hour off the bat of Lopez. A line drive, not a terribly hard hit one. It was sort of off the end of the bat and one which, say, got Griffin in a pretty good part. A walk and a single. He would have had the play, but he just slipped at the end, which allowed Lopez to reach. Now Cantu. What can he do to keep this going? The tying run now is on deck. Can they move the tying run to the batter's box? Cantu. Oh, what a stab from Bouchard. He goes to second for 1. On to first. What a double play from the Owls. I don't know how much Bouchard knew about it, but it was a heck of a play to start a 5-4-3 double play. A 101 miles an hour off the bat. That was just reactionary. Well, there was something brewing, but Griffin got exactly what he needed. Navarro takes inside 1-1. Cantu probably with the hardest ball he's hit all night. A bit unlucky, a bit of a nice play. Navarro into right center. That's a base hit. Luis. Another base hit, his 3rd. Another RBI, his 2nd tonight. So at the very least, that'll get Mike Annone one more at bat in front of the folks. Mr. and Mrs. Annone are in the stands tonight, and if you missed it earlier, we talked with Mike Annone Sr. in the 3rd inning. It's a great conversation. So Griffin ultimately does give up a run in this inning. How much longer can the Vibes extend it, though? Now, if Mike can get on, then that'll bring the tying run to the plate. We have a pinch runner as Ulysses Nunez at first base will run for Navarro. Unknown takes a strike. Mike off the end of the bat. Over is Kellerman. Can he make the play? Oh, he goes all out, and he just misses it. That was almost incredible from Robbie Kellerman. Unknown, a chopper toward Crosby, and this could be the end of the game. And it is. The ball game is over. At 9:29, the Owls get the best of the Vibes. And I wonder if you caught the emphatic step on first by Dakota Popham. We're going to take a quick break to count up the totals before the fireworks. And we'll have a quick pregame show right after this. And welcome back to Vibes Baseball on Vibes TV. Tyler Peterson with you. Running through tonight's post-game show. It's 8 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors for the Owls tonight in a come-from-behind victory. 5 runs on 10 hits, an error for Rocky Mountain. They take the loss tonight. Game time was 2 hours and 52 minutes. Don't have an attendance figure yet. The winner is Preston Snavely, who is now 4-3. The loser is Chris Allen, his first Vibes loss, 1-2 overall in the Pioneer League this season. 4 runs for the Vibes in the very first inning. RBI from Cantu, which broke the record. And then from Navarro and Hansen. And then it was the Owls who scored the next 8 and took the ball game tonight. We are very happy that you could join us. I will say good night and hope to see you tomorrow here at 6:30 for the final game against the Owls this year. I want to thank you very much for watching. I want to thank Scott Banke, our director, our camera operator Dylan, and everyone else from our front office for helping out tonight. I want to thank our guests as well. Final score tonight, Owls 8, Vibes 5. Thank you for watching and have a good rest of your Friday night.